Hey, what's up you guys, it's Vikeejeah and I'm inviting you to get ready with me. I know, right, you guys? It's like been a really long time since I did a video. I ain't really got that much of an excuse for y'all, except I haven't felt like it. No, I'm joking. It's really... I've been a little frustrated with not having the equipment that I want and having to have the window open because it's hot and all that noise outside. You hear that outside? This is why you haven't gotten a video from me. Stuff like this. Outside of that, you guys, I'm just gonna talk because life is gonna keep happening and it is what it is. The cute little pink look is brought to you by a little Bite Beauty, a little NYX, a little Juvia's Place, a little Huda Beauty, you know, a little of a lot of things. And I'm gonna do a voiceover because, you know, outside life. But I just wanted to kind of just real quick recap that I have been MIA because I'm just trying to get life together. I put together this cute little pink look using a whole bunch of my favorite Thames goodies, including some affordable stuff from the NYX event that I went to recently. Also, I did some things a little differently today. I did a little bit of like Instagram brow for you. And I got my Hourglass foundation back, you guys. I hate that it looks like this on camera because in person it is flawlessly like the most perfect match ever, and that's why I love it so much, because it gives me like, it's literally my skin in a bottle. I wish you guys could see this in person because like I'm looking in the mirror right now and I'm like, oh, you know you're fine though. You know you're fine though. Shout out to Natasha Denona for chiseling these cheeks today. Juvia's Place, you know, I got the two little sisters, the blush palettes, and we used those today, both of them. So just stick around and get ready for getting ready with me, and I'll be back at the end of the video. Hey you guys, so I'm starting off cleaning up my brows, brushing the hairs up. I'm using the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and I'm just going to be filling them in. I wanted to go for a more bold brow this time, so I am filling them in quite severely. My brows will be popping on today, and I'm just following the natural shape of my brow and filling in mostly in the more sparse areas, and also just along the top of my brow, shaping it out a little bit more. I noticed that, you know, I've been exfoliating a lot and I'm losing a few hairs, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should take it easy. But overall, my brows are pretty full, so I'm just trying to fill them in and establish a very bold shape. And then I'm going to clean them up, of course, with concealer. As soon as I finish this one off over here, it was giving me a little bit of problems. I was kind of coloring outside the lines over there. But yeah, I like to extend the tail pretty far because I feel like it creates a more dramatic look. But yeah, oh wow, I actually took quite a while with my brows today. This is my unofficial brow tutorial, you guys. If you want a real one, let me know. Alright, so now we are using the Soft Matte Concealer from NARS in the color Caramel to clean up under the brow. I'm also going to clean up on top of the brow, which is something I don't necessarily do, but I decided I was going to go for it today because I feel like the caramel shade is neutral enough and blends in with my foundation pretty darn well. Just smoothing out the edges with my fingers there, and then going, like making my way to the top of the brow right there to clean things up. You'll see in the next clip that both sides are done. And now we're moving on to the base, and I'm using the NYX shadow base in, I think that's like the flesh color or nude color, and you can get that for $5 at Target or Ulta or whatever. But anyway, I'm just using like a very dense fluffy brush to cover my entire lid and blend it into the concealer, and then I'm going to set it with a little bit of the HD powder from Makeup Forever. Now I'm using the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm using the shade Bay to set my concealer and establish a brow bone shade, and then I'm going in with Henna as my, oh no, pardon me, Sandalwood as my transition shade. And that's a pretty good flesh tone for me. Then I'm gonna deepen the crease with henna. And that's a nice terracotta, like a deep terracotta shade. This is a perfect one for if you just want to put 2 colors on your lid and walk out the door if you're a woman of color. This would be really it. You could go with an all over lid color and treat that as your mobile lid color and just pop this transition shade in. Blend it on the lower lash line as well. Throw on some mascara and some lashes if you feel like, and you're all set. But today I decided I wanted to do a little something extra. So I'm using Bossy to deepen my crease. And I don't remember what that brush is, but I know it was not expensive at all. I got it in a little set. So for my lid, I'm using Shy, which is this adorable like mauve pink shade. And I liked the color story that I created there, so I decided to go for a pretty much all matte look, with the exception of course, the inner corner and brow bone a little later in the video. So that was pretty much all she wrote from the Huda Beauty palette. If anybody hasn't checked out that palette yet, the mattes are worth it. If you, I mean, and even the shimmers, I think this palette's pretty dope. Anyway, I'm trying out something a little new today for the liner, y'all. I picked up at Primark a liquid liner for $1.50. I said, let me try this out. Let me see if I can actually do this. And you know what? This is easier than the damn felt tip, y'all. At least for me. I felt like it was easier. I felt like I had more control, and because my lids are pretty wrinkly, I was able to get all up in there and still maintain a thin line. So I like this. I'm actually going to look into buying something a little more expensive that has a nice matte finish that stays all day. This is all right. You know, for $1.50, this is pretty good actually. But I think I want to try like the NYC one that people keep talking about. It was really easy to get a little wing popping off, and I could still see my mobile lid fairly well. Not bad. So we just gonna finish up over here, and you guys can get a better look at how easily that glided on for me. So hooded eye girls, wrinkly lid girls, you know, if you got a Primark near you and you haven't checked out the beauty section, I highly recommend the liquid liner for $1.50. Not bad. So now we're gonna go ahead and prime, and I'm using 2 primers today. I was feeling froggy. This is the Becca, not the backlight primer, the Becca soft blur primer. There we go. And I mixed it with my Ride or Die, the Veil Mineral. It was just 1 pump of each. And I just rubbed that in nice and deep. I wanted a little bit of radiance to peek through because I'm going to be using a very matte foundation. And that is the only reason it was all right for me to use that primer, because for oily girls, it is not the friendliest. So I'm using the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid to Powder Foundation in the new packaging. This is in the shade Chestnut, second darkest shade. And I'm using their brush that came out with their stick foundation. And I really like this brush, y'all. I think even if you don't have any of their foundations, this is a nice brush to put on liquid foundations or really, really creamy stick foundations. It blends and buffs very nicely. I think I just really like the design, and at first I wasn't really keen on how small it was, but now that I've actually gotten used to it, I like how it works. Look at that coverage on half of my face, y'all. So I didn't really measure out. I just did a quick little streak on either side. I like a really full coverage face. I know I need a decent amount of foundation, so I just went for it, and it glided right over the concealer effortlessly. Like this, as fast as I am fast forwarding this video, it really didn't take that long to get the coverage I wanted, to get, you know, the evenness, to buff everything out. It was pretty quick. It was everything I remembered about the foundation and why I liked it the first time around in the regular pump bottle. And this does have SPF in it, so in photos you do want to be very careful. I wouldn't use flash if I were you. Okay, concealing under the eyes with the same thing we clean the brows with. So this is the NARS Soft Matte in Caramel. And I decided to try a different technique this time as well with this application. I wanted to not take it too far down my cheek. I wanted to kind of try to narrow my face a little by just keeping it right under my eyes. bumped into the mic, sorry. Keeping it right underneath my eye. And of course, like, you know, the nose, like I always do. I went a little bit more on my forehead than I usually do. And I think because I was using this very dense brush, I was able to get a more like, I was able to get a more thin coat than I usually have been able to achieve. So I was buffing and buffing and buffing and going really, really fast, and I think it worked out well. I'm setting the lower, pardon me, I'm setting my concealer with the Japanese pressed powder from the Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow kit. And this stuff is very soft. It's very thin. I like the shade because it's like a pinkish undertone. And I love the contour shade because it is it's a beautiful mix of warm and neutral. It has just enough warmth not to be ashy. And as you can see, as I'm putting it all over my face, it's just giving, it's subtle. That's what I like about this whole kit. It's about subtle contour and subtle definition. It's not, you know, beat face, chiseled cheeks, you know, dramatic. It is definitely an everyday sculpting palette. So I'm here for it. I'm using a little bit on a Real Techniques brush to just tackle that nose real quick. And you can see a contrast, but it's just not as dramatic, which I really like. So we're going to take care of the chin, of course, my famous, or maybe not, technique of contouring my double chin. This actually looks best in photos if you angle your face down a little bit. Now I'm going to mix 2 shades from those Juvia's Place blush palettes to create a bronzer. I don't know if you guys saw on my Snapchat, but my Bobbi Brown, she broke and I was devastated. But y'all, I'm mixing Neo from the Volume 1 and Yara from Volume 2 to get my bronze on. And then I'm setting the rest of my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep. And that just gave me a little warmth, and I decided to sing because I was listening to Solange and She's Life. So for blush, I'm going to be using Zane from Volume 1. It is a beautiful, rich, vibrant fuchsia, y'all. Like, just sickening. I love this one so much. And this is my Real Techniques blush brush. I also, I think I kind of bumped into my face when I was singing. But anyway, I also use the shimmery blush topper from Volume 2 called Sola. And just at the tops of my cheeks to kind of blend into the upcoming highlight, which is LeBron's from Artist Couture. This is Jackie Ina's collaboration with them. It's super pretty. I would say it's a subtle glow unless you choose to intensify it, at least for me. So I wanted a little bit of golden on top of that, and that's why I used MAC Shaft of Gold after I used LeBron's. Because as you can see, it's not intense on me. I love it, but it's not intense. Like, I wanted a little bit of pop. So right at the very tops, I used the Shaft of Gold. Now I'm gonna finish the eyes, and I went back into the Huda Beauty palette and I used Angelic in the inner corners. And this one, if you're using a brush on those glittery pigments in the palette, if you're using a brush, you do not get the same intensity as using your fingers, but you can still get coverage. I didn't think that was as intense as I would like, so I went ahead with a little more Shaft of Gold, and then whatever was left over I just dusted on the highest points of my brows and on my Cupid's bow. Now to set my brows after I've finished all my face makeup, I'm using the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and you know, just making sure that they are built for tough for any weather. And then I'm spraying down all them powdery bits so that I can continue with the rest of my face. I used the Fix Plus first and then the primer water from Smashbox second. So now I'm gonna just pop on some eyelashes real quick, and I'm trying to remember the ones that I had on, y'all. I believe these were Fluff and Edgy. I believe these were Fluff and Edgy this time around. I really like these. They're super thick, but not like ridiculously dramatic. And in my waterline, I decided to use the long-lasting eyeliner from NARS in the shade Rue Bonaparte, which is a beautiful nude. It's not too white because the whites of my eyes are not white. I don't like using white, but if you're like me, you're gonna like the nude better than using like a stark white under there. But I think it gives a little pop of brightness, and I just wanted to try something different today. So then, to finish off my look, of course, we have the lips. I went ahead and cleaned off my lips, got all the foundation and stuff off, and then I went in with Chestnut. Was it Chestnut or Cork? It was Cork, actually. I went in with Cork from MAC and just lined my lips per usual. This is like a staple for any woman of color who is like medium brown to deep. You can, you know, you gotta have this. It blends other lips colors in beautifully. So I'm using one of the soft matte lip creams. I'm trying to remember the name of this. Of course it'll be in the description box, you guys, if I, you know, since I can't remember right off the top of my head. I think, ooh, Aziz Baba, that might be it. That might be it. If it's not, it's in the description box. I wanted something a little more vibrant. It's really vibrant in the tube, but because my lips are a little dark, it didn't give me the intensity that I wanted. So, true to form, I just reached for something else, y'all, because I was layering and layering and just not getting the color that I wanted. So I popped out the good old dragon fruit from Bite Beauty's Amuse Bouge line, and the creaminess of the other lip color didn't allow it to really pop as much as I wanted, but I was happier with this than previously. And there you have it, y'all. A nice, cute little pink look, nice for spring, summer transition, and I hope you enjoy it. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That's always really helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because the J Bays are the best bays in YouTube, and we are almost to 1,500 subscribers, and when we get there, I will definitely do a little mini giveaway for you guys. Share this video with people who you think would enjoy this video. I think this is a really cute, you know, pink works for everybody, and there are different shades of pink here. We're doing something a little more fresh and different on the bottom of the lid there, or the lower lash line, I should say. So, you know, share the love. If you're feeling it, share it with your friends. A couple of other announcements. I do have a new camera. Shout out to my cousin Erica. I'm not filming with it today because I need things. I need tripods, I need memory cards, I need batteries, I need lenses, and proper lighting, because this floor lamp is on its way out. So I'm gonna need to go get a ring light. I need all these things before I can actually use it, but thank God that I at least have the camera, thanks to my cousin Erica. You saw her in my Anastasia Beverly Hills swatch video with light and dark skin, for light and dark skin. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying what this whole makeup look has put together. I think this is really like flawless. Makes me look like I don't have pores. Yay for that. Because I definitely got pores, and some of them are clogged, and you can't even tell in this. Like, why am I telling on myself? Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned this week for another video. Not sure when I'm gonna be doing more of them. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you, because you guys are my J-Bays. I feel like we're friends, and I'm just gonna keep it real. But I love you anyway, and I will see you soon. Mwah.